welcome to our school readiness video. Due to COVID-19, things are looking a little bit different this year for our transition. So we thought we'd have a little go at doing something a little bit different with the video. And with me today I have Sarah Brown. Sarah's a parent of our school and I've welcomed her in today just to have a bit of a talk as life being mum with some kids coming to school. What were some of your experiences as mum?
Some of the experiences are around feelings of the unknown, I guess, and wondering how your kids are going to fit in, how they're going to navigate their way in a new situation. So obviously you want the best for them, you want them to be in the right mindset for learning.
What were some of the things that potentially your children were a little bit anxious about or maybe talked to you about towards the end of kindergarten?
Understanding what is expected of them and a format during the day. You can help them, I think, by setting out or letting them understand in detail what is expected of them and how the day will pan out.
Things like packing their lunchbox or carrying their school bag. Were those some of the things that you encouraged at home over the summer break before school started?
Yes, certainly very important that they understand what they need to do when they're at school, and it helps by having them dress in their uniforms, often playing at the school, riding bikes around the school, even catching up with their friends at the school.
So coming in, getting to know the environment.
Yes, that's right.
Might be a weekend trip down to the school for a quick play on the playground.
In the holidays.
Bring the picnic lunch and carry the lunchbox in the school bag. So it sounds like a great idea. If you can remember some of the experiences that you had with your kids on their first day of school.
Wow, that was probably very emotional for me. And that seems to take over the memories. But it was very exciting. The kids are excited. They want to learn. They want to go to school. Try and relax because they can see that you're nervous and that makes them nervous as well. We were given, in every case, we were given homework to do and tasks to learn over the school holidays. So they started to, if they didn't know already, they started learning how to write their name, some basic counting, some fun games to learn and practice.
Fantastic. And that got them all prepared, ready for the start.
Yes.
Fabulous. So now we're going to flip this interview around. So Sarah, feel free to ask some questions of me as the junior school team leader about life at school.
How many children are in each class?
So normally we run it around 21 students in our classroom base. Obviously sometimes there's enrolments throughout the year.
How does the school approach bullying?
A lot of things seem to creep up in the yard. Yard play is obviously an area where those sorts of things can happen, so we have our staff out on site. So we have our PBS system. PBS is our positive behaviour support program. Our 3 values of be safe, be a learner, be respectful. We have little cards that the students can get, like a little rewards-based system. So if they're doing the right thing and we're modelling the behaviours and they're modelling them back, they get rewarded through the PBS system. And we obviously use our compass system of recording anything that's happened. Lots of communication to parents around if there's been an incident. We'll be on the phone and let you know about that.
The school has been excellent in that it has there is a bullying policy and there's a set procedure that is followed in these circumstances where everyone is kept informed and up to date and the issue is resolved. So in terms of how it's dealt with, this is very good, and I think the kids are not only taught to read and write, but they're also, if they can't behave in some situations, they're also taught how to behave and through the use of the PBS system and reward system. The school's really proactive in teaching our kids how to be resilient.
At the start of the year in term 1, all our foundation students are just in one part of the playground, just while they start to get to know school, get to know the environment and get to know staff and one another. And the other kids are asked just to move away from that area for the start of term, just so that they can settle in and get to know one another.
I think also in our experience the kids love being paired up with a grade 5.
Yeah, so you're talking about our Buddies program there.
That's right.
So also in that term 1, the foundation teachers and normally the year 5 teachers do a great job at setting up a Buddies system where each foundation student's paired up with a grade 5 buddy as a little bit of a helper for them for maybe when they're out in the yard, but also as a program in learning time. They'll do once a week a Buddies activity where their buddy and then will meet up and do a shared activity where they get to learn off one another, learn some of our PBS, our values at school, and also just interact with some older kids as well, and the older kids help teach them a little bit about school life. Some of the other things that we can do to help support students, potentially even students that might have some special needs in our school, we have our ES support staff, which I'm sure you've probably seen them wandering around the school and helping out. So they help support some of our students that might have some special needs. They also help support with our RTI, our response to intervention within the classroom, with their learning in the classroom, and also we have our on-site social worker. There's lots of programs that we can offer, or if not, get outside input to come into our school. So we've got a speech pathology that can happen. We've actually got a speechy here at school that can offer that service. We've got access to a psychologist and occupational therapist, outside counsellors, trauma support, on-site tutors for students, and with those on-site tutors we also have our on-site dance and music and those sorts of teachers that can come in and offer those lessons. We have our aides obviously here at school, programs for disability support and our ASD students, and we've actually all just again done our first aid training, so most staff here are also all trained up for first aid. And so another thing that we also have, Sarah, is our breakfast club that's starting up. So breakfast club is run by Food Bank. So breakfast club here at school, the kids can come to school before the bell rings to come into class and have breakfast. We're also through Food Bank can offer a service of some discretionary food packages to families that might need that support as well. So there's the two, there's the kids coming and have a brekkie at school, but also we can offer some Food Bank support. It's our before and after school program that will be happening over in our gym area, which is where actually the breakfast club will be happening too. So not only have we got breakfast club, we're also going to be able to offer before and after school care. So off air, Sarah, you asked me how do teachers get to know your child. So I thought that was a really good question. So I brought to our discussion, COVID style, obviously, one of our teachers in the foundation unit, Kaz Listerden. So thanks for joining us, Kaz.
So basically when they come in, we do label them with name tags. We'd just go up and introduce ourselves and just have quiet little chats to them one-on-one as well. And from there we can work out what their strengths and weaknesses are usually. At the beginning of school, you come in on Wednesdays when they have the Wednesdays off, and we do testing, so that includes English online and some maths online. And from there, we understand really where your child's strengths and weaknesses are.
So can you tell me what the first few weeks of learning are usually about for the young ones?
We usually in Foundation focus on all about me. So through our integrated studies, we do lots of who's in your family, drawing pictures, which helps us better understand their family and where they're coming from, what their interests are, what their favourite thing to do at school is.
One of the things you think about it or want to know is how will we know that our child is happy?
So usually if we can see that a child is a little bit distressed when they're coming in, or the parent is very anxious, most of the time as soon as the child is settled, we would get our aides to give a phone call home. Also usually we do little activities too at the start where they can do smiley faces of what they thought of activities, or so that would come home as well, and hopefully the kids would be excited that they've been at school for the day.
The thing that I really enjoyed, which has allowed me a window into the classrooms of all the kids, is Compass, and having access to what they're doing and any information I need to know, whether they've been sick, they've been to the sick bay or the first aid. Can you tell me a little bit more about what parents of transition children need to know about Compass?
So Compass is a huge communication tool for us. we use that all the time. We update where the children are in their learning. So it might be with their high frequency words, a congratulations that they've moved on to the next set of high frequency words, or they've learnt all their numbers about 10. Also, we upload photos up there a lot of the time about the kids learning, so that you do see what they're doing in the classroom.
I love that, yes.
Yeah. And from that you can tell that the kids are happy at school.
Yes. And then when they come home, you can say to them, look, Mrs. L put up a picture of you and said, well done, you've done a great job today.
Yeah, it creates discussion at home.
Absolutely, it's fantastic. Yeah, just can you just touch on to volunteering at the school and helping out as a parent?
Yeah, so we love having volunteers and parents come in and help with classroom, like reading.
That's all right, just keep going.
So with reading, we love the parents coming in and helping. However, at the start of foundation, we really express to the parents that we like not to have the parents come in for that first term to get the kids really settled and into their routine, and it creates a little bit less interruption with their learning.
Yeah, routine is important.
Yeah.
Thank you for visiting Trafalgar Primary School. For further information, please visit our website.